everybody. Welcome to She Seeks First. I'm Mary Beth, and as you can tell, I'm in a different location today. I'm at a good friend of mine's beach house down at Fort Morgan, and it's so beautiful here. We wanted to film on the beach, but the wind from the hurricanes made that a little difficult. So we're up here on the porch, and I hope y'all can still see the pretty beach houses and beach in the background. So I've noticed a few things when I was on the beach watching those little crabs. I don't know if y'all have seen them before, the little white crabs, I'm sure you have. They're always running in and out of their little holes and running around. But they're not scared of the waves. The big old waves come, and they don't really run away. Sometimes they hit them, sometimes they run away, sometimes they don't. Those little crabs just go through the waves, and it doesn't really bother them. It seems like they're never worried about anything. Like, they're not worried about the waves getting them. They're not worried about getting taken care of. Their only thing they do is just run back and forth into the little holes with each other. Like, that's all they do. So that's kind of where we're going today. I think we're all very worried right now because of this time we're in and with the virus and everything. Worry is consuming our lives. I know I get worried when I think about school and how it's going to go and what we're going to do over the next few months as we try to learn and get back to normal. There is no normal, and that's confusing, and that makes me feel worried and anxious. But God tells us that we don't need to worry. If He takes care of those little crabs, He'll certainly take care of us. So that's something we shouldn't be worried about. So I'm going to read Luke 12:22 through 34. It says, "Then He said to His disciple, 'Therefore I tell you, don't worry about your life, what you will eat, or about the body, what you will wear. For life is more than food, and the body is more than clothing. Consider the ravens. They don't sow or reap. They don't have a storeroom or a barn. Yet God feeds them, just like the crabs. Aren't you of much more worth than the birds? Can any of you add a cubit to his height by worrying? If then you are not able to do even a little thing, why worry about the rest? Consider how the wildflowers grow. They don't labor or spin thread. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was adorned like one of these. If that's how God clothes the grass, which is in the field today and is thrown in the furnace tomorrow, how much more will He do for you, you of little faith? Don't keep striving for what you should eat and what you should drink, and don't be anxious. For the Gentile works eagerly to seek all these things, and your Father knows that you need them. But seek His kingdom, and these things will be provided for you.' Does that sound familiar? Don't be afraid, little flock, because your Father delights to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give to the poor. Make money bags for yourself that won't grow old. An inexhaustible treasure in heaven, where no thief comes near and no moth destroys. From where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So, if we put our treasure in the things of this world, we're going to end up being worried. If we put all of our faith in what the world says is right and everything, we're going to end up worried and anxious because the world's uncertain. And like we talked about last week, I said uncertainty breeds like kills your confidence. So if we're not living confident lives like David in the first week, if we have that fear, that makes us worry, and that's just how it goes. So I have my phone because my notes will blow away because of the hurricane. Verse 31 is very similar to my theme verse. As you see, I'll read it again. It says, "But seek His kingdom, and these things will be provided for you." If we seek God's kingdom, we're not going to have any problem. We won't have anything to worry about because He's going to take care of us if we're putting Him first. He puts it very simply, like, the worry kills our joy. So seek Him first, and you won't have to be worried. Worry only hurts us in life. In verse 25, it says that it wastes our time. It literally says, aren't you much more than the birds? Can any of you add a cubit to your height by worrying? Worrying isn't going to help you. It's just going to waste your time. If God spent time to make us all in His image, don't you think He's going to take care of us? We're the most important to Him. The birds aren't made in His image, but He takes care of them. We're made in His image, so He cherishes us and He takes care of us. God knows everything we need, as He said in verse 30. It says, "For the Gentile works eagerly to seek all these things, and your Father knows that you need them." He's not going to leave us high and dry. He knows that we need food. He knows that we need to learn. He knows that we're scared that we're going to be sick, and He knows we need to be healthy. But He says, I'm going to take care of you, whatever that means. He knows He's going to take care of us. And He knows exactly how to do it. God wants to give us these things. In verse 32, it says, "Don't be afraid, little flock, because your Father delights to give you the kingdom." God wants to give to us, and He doesn't want us to be worried about all the uncertainty in life, because He wants us to trust in Him and know that He's there for us even when it's scary. He wants us to just trust in Him and get rid of that worry. Worry does not help us. It only hurts you. So I challenge you, even as these days start and we're going back to school and things are all different and you're wearing a mask, to not be worried about those things. Say, yes, it's scary that I'm wearing a mask. Yes, it's scary that we have this virus. Yes, school's different. But I'm not worried, because I know that even though school's different, this is what God wants. And I know that He has a plan. And I know He'll take care of me, because He takes care of those little crabs on the beach. They're not worried about the waves crashing over us. They know that it's okay, and He's going to take care of them. The waves are going to come in our life. This virus is a very big wave, and it's a very scary one. Those waves are going to come. But we have to know that we can trust in God and not worry that He's going to take care of us. Because then we can live a confident life like we've talked about. And we can live a joyful life. Worrying isn't going to help us. It's only going to hurt you. As I've said a few times before, it's only going to hurt you. I can't get that through your head enough. Worrying makes you sad and anxious, and it just breeds a sad life. Like, if you're sitting around worrying about everything, you're not going to live the life God created you to have. John 10:10 says, "I've come so you can have life and live it in the fullest." You can't live your fullest life if you're worrying. So I pray for you this week that you'll just get rid of your worry, and you'll say, yes, this is scary, and I admit that, God, but I pray that you'll just take care of me, and you'll watch over me, and you'll get rid of that worry in my life. Because I start school this week, and I'll be honest, I'm kind of scared. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm not good with technology. I'm doing half of it online, and it's just confusing to me. But I've had to tell God, it's okay. I know you can take care of me. I know you want me to have an education, and this is the plan you have for me. This is where you have me right now. And I can rest in the fact that I'm doing what God wants me to do, and I cannot be worried because I know He'll take care of me. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll really take what I said to mind, and you will try to not worry as much this week, even through all the craziness. I pray that you'll just let God guide you in your life and seek Him first. Thanks for watching.